Hi, I'm Leslie Marie.
And I'm Natalia.
And this is the While You're Early, We're Fashionably Late podcast,
where we talk about the clothing we wear and the untold but very true stories about why we wear what we wear.
Let's start this by saying that my week has been a roller coaster of emotions, emotionally, okay? I have my heart broken, but at the same time, I am in love. I'm sorry. Okay, so let me preface this by saying yesterday was the finale of season 2 of The Summer I Turned Pretty. My heart broke when Connie's heart broke, and they did not have to play Exile. They didn't. They really didn't. And then simultaneously, I am reading because of Natalie. What is it? The Dreamland Billionaires?
Dreamland Billionaires. Serious.
But let's just say I'm in love with Rowan Kane. Also, can we talk about how that man watched 17 versions of Pride and Prejudice? That is a man after my own heart, and I know he's fictional, okay? But if you are a real life Rowan Kane, I mean, hey, have you heard of the song Invisible String by
Invisible String
by Tay. Anyways, I'm just talking out of my ass at this point because Natalie's researching something. I don't know. Are you ready?
Ooh. I know I see you standing here. Do I look?
You got it wrong.
I did.
I know you see me standing here.
Do I look good, my dear? Do I look good?
That was another show that was by the beach. Why did you sound like a sprinkler? All right, Natalie, what is today's episode? Because I feel like this episode is near and dear to your heart. Not so much mine.
It is about workout clothes, fitness, basically the important stuff that you need to wear to have a good workout. It is important.
Safe workout.
A safe, good workout.
Yes.
Not like the one I experienced 2 days ago. 2 or 3 days.
Natalie almost died.
Almost got ran over. I was running along the beach. I was finishing my last mile because I tried to do up to 5 miles.
Yeah.
So I was finishing.
Show off.
I was finishing off my 5th mile. I was going uphill. No, 4th. I was going to my 4th mile.
Yes.
Okay, whatever.
You were running.
Anyways, I stopped at a stoplight and it was red. So I pressed the little button to cross.
As one does.
I'm waiting, right? The light turns green for the cars to go, basically. So I'm like, okay, it's not my time. But then my light turned on for me to walk. So I was like, okay, there's nobody. So I proceed to walk the crosswalk because the light tells me to. Tell me why a damn Prius speeds up.
You drove a Prius and almost ran over my sister. Sorry, Prius. I was trying to defend you. You know what? I'm not going to defend you.
And so I look and I was like, I don't think he's stopping. So I ran across and the person looked at me like
if you did something wrong.
Like if I did something wrong. And I was like, my guy, it's still counting down that I got 8 seconds to cross this crosswalk. And I was like, that's the end of my mile right there. That's the end of my workout. It's just telling me you did enough for today.
Yeah.
I think. I mean, that's what I took personally. I was like, I don't want to die.
It's a sign from above that I should stop running.
I should stop running for today.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I'm on the other side of the spectrum. I literally failed PE. Well, I was this close to failing PE. Yes. I failed a semester of PE. Mm-hmm. But my coach, or our teacher, our PE teacher, she was pretty nice, and she knew that we hated PE, so she would have us walk miles, not run them, because she knew we wouldn't run them, walk miles to get credits. So thanks to her, I passed with a C-, almost a D, but I passed.
You did fail 1 year.
The semester. I failed the semester. Yeah.
It's so funny though, because that is 2 types of daughters my father had. My father was very athletic. Yes. He was a soccer player. He was a dime.
And he was good. He was this close to being professional.
Yes. And,
he was good.
But he was good. So it's funny because it's Leslie didn't get that. But I did.
I did not get that.
I got the athletic side of him because in high school I was a track star.
Whoa. She's a runner. She's a track star.
That song was dedicated to me.
That was my song.
Yeah, I was a track star.
For how many years?
So technically it was like a year and a half because we were told that it counted as like credits for PE, but it didn't. And since I didn't take PE that year,
you had to take it instead.
PE, so I was like, okay, so like, and like I really couldn't like
do both,
juggle all of them because I still had like ASB and fashion, so I was like,
you're like, you know what? Sacrifices have been made.
But yeah, but this day, like my workouts tend to be of running and stuff.
Yeah.
But it's funny because I was a short distance runner, not a long distance runner, and now I love running long distance. Now you love long distance.
Natalie she's my personal trainer. Let's be real. And so she is trying to get me to run a mile in under how many minutes?
I give you a realistic time frame of.
In other words, she did not believe in me.
In 12 minutes.
Yeah, and I surpassed it. What did I do it in?
10 minutes.
10 minutes. Wait, no, it wasn't just 1 mile. It was like 4 miles, right?
Well, I was trying to have you do like about 45 minutes, 4 miles, 4 to 3 miles.
Yeah.
And
so each minute I did in under 10 minutes, which is pretty good because I remember in like high school and like middle school, I literally would do my miles in 13 minutes because I didn't even try. No, I didn't even care. I did not care to be sweaty and gross all day. I was like, I will not do that. No. I also never did a push-up.
I did. I don't do it now because like I'm like, bestie, if I want to get that weight lift training, whatever, with my job is enough. I can those bins that we have at work that are like clothing are so heavy. Like that is my weightlifting.
And I feel like the heaviest ones are always on top.
Yes. So I'm like, I don't need to do a push-up. Yeah. I don't need to do pull-ups. That is enough.
I feel like I prefer to do like Pilates and
don't say Soul Cycle because you almost passed out on Soul Cycle.
The first time I went to Soul Cycle, guys,
that's so funny.
I literally almost passed out. But mind you, I could also credit that to the fact that I was having a panic attack at the same time. So it was a bit of both.
She didn't eat her breakfast.
I didn't eat anything before I went.
and I because I remember
don't do that
because she was like nervous about it because it was like her first thing, and I was like, it's gonna be fine. Like at least you're not doing it alone. Like I'm with you.
Yeah.
And so like I ate my banana. I ate like a little protein bar. Yep. And like some
water.
And
it was good. Like it was fun. I think I've been afraid to go back because I had a panic attack in there, and so I thought that like it would happen again. Like it would get triggered out of nowhere because literally like as we're doing it, everything's great. I'm like, yes, I could. Like we're halfway through. And then all of a sudden, I'm literally in the middle of having a panic attack. And obviously, music's loud, energy's high. It's all dark in there. There's neon lights flashing. Kind of warm because we weren't by the fans. And there's so many people. And it's just, if you have panic attacks, you understand. Like, it's this sunken feeling. And, like, you can't breathe. And, like, you just feel, like, claustrophobic. I don't know how to explain it. But if you've had a panic attack, you understand.
And it's funny because, like...
so I bolted halfway through.
It's funny because, like, I've, like, been told that other classes have gotten more filled up than the one that we went to.
Yeah.
Because there were still, like, empty, like, places. So for me, I was like, I could breathe.
I made sure I sat in the back. I sat next to Natalie in the corner. Like, there wasn't that many people around me. But I feel like it was just so much adrenaline to that, like, I was excited for the class and nervous for the class that when I finally got there and my heart was pumping, then anxiety just took over. And then, I had a panic attack. And and it was funny because the girl was like trying to help me and everything. She was like, are you okay? And I was like, you know what, I just did not eat breakfast. But I was still afraid to tell her, like, oh no, I'm having a panic attack right now.
I'm having a panic attack? Like,
because like I literally couldn't breathe. But anyways, but I will try Soul Cycle again. I did like it. It was just it was me.
I want to go because the one that's near to us does like Swifty Saturdays or like Swifty. Like I think she's doing one.
They do a One Direction one too.
She does a One Direction one. I think she's doing one when 1989 Taylor Swift's version is released. I think like the day after. So I want to go there.
I feel like I could try it again. We could go. Also, shout out to Soul Cycle because they gave me a voucher so I could go back again. And I was like, it's not necessary. It's okay. Because
it's not necessary because I don't want to come back.
Because it's my fault. But no, they were so kind, so sweet. I also got a free water.
Yes.
We also went to P-Volve.
Yes.
We tried that. I like doing that too.
It was fun. Because it's kind of like a mixture between like Pilates but like strength training in a way. but without having to like carry or like hold like heavy weights. Like I think it was like 3 was the maximum of what we had of weights. And it was just so fun because after that I like I felt good, but then like I felt sore but not bad. You know, like sometimes you're like, oh, I can't read. Like no, like I was like, oh my gosh, like I feel really good.
And I felt like it, like the class was done and I was like, wait, we're done? Like, but not in a bad way. Like it was just like, it was great. Like it was the complete opposite.
And then Chucker was really nice as well because she would see like, especially because it was like there wasn't a lot of us, but she would go around to each person
personal.
And make sure that we were like standing the right way. We were positioned like our foot.
She took the time to actually teach you. Yeah. One-on-one almost.
Just so we wouldn't injure ourselves. So it was like a good workout, but also like after you want to come back because you didn't injure your foot, your back, like you didn't do like a wrong move for your muscles to feel strained or anything. So I like that part.
So it was great.
Anyways,
speaking of what we're wearing, of working out, what are we wearing, Natalie? What are you wearing?
I am wearing a zip up. A Gotta Run zip up from Albion Fitch.
Yep, I am wearing the same one, but in black.
Yes.
It has pockets. It's great.
We're not wearing it right now, but we have the full set. So we have the sweater, the sports bra, and the biker shorts.
Those sports bras are so comfortable.
It's the Momentum
bra.
That one's good.
I did size up though because it fits a little bit more like a little t-shirt, like a cropped t-shirt, and it's just so comfortable.
It holds everything together.
It helps the girls
and
up.
I wore it the other day on my run. You know, the one that I almost got ran over. And it was so good. I think the only thing I didn't like was it didn't have a pocket for my car keys. Yeah. So I had to clip it on my bra strap, and so the whole time you're like.
I feel like I want to get one of those vests, so that way I can hold everything.
My thing is that like I've been like searching where to go because I want to like I'm the type of person that I need to like try it on, see what I like, you know.
Yeah.
They don't. I mean, I haven't seen them in like Nike or like Aloe or like anything like that. So I'm like Aloe, sorry. And so I'm thinking maybe like Dick's Sporting Goods might have
So that's another thing I want to start off the podcast with. Brands that you can shop at to work out.
Depending
really, on what you work out,
what you're doing,
your vibes.
Yeah. Like
I feel like people who are in traditional sports, say basketball, whatever sport they're at, I feel specifically men will tend to shop at like Nike, Under Armour, Adidas, Dick's Sporting Goods. But I feel like for us women who love a little bit more fashion forward,
like a set,
cute,
like not
monochrome.
Specifically like just for workout. Like if I'm going after a workout to go get an acai bowl or coffee, like you want a cute fit after.
And I feel like that's Alo Yoga, that's
Lululemon, Athleta
now
as well. Albion Fit. They have cute sets as well.
Yeah.
And like just cute, like
just cute because it's like an actual.
It's a good combination of both type of thing. So it's like you want to match because I love
a monochromatic look.
I for so long would have like just black leggings and then like different colored like bras, and then so when I would go for a run, I'd be like, okay, but this looks horrible. Like,
also, I feel like I used to do like just oversized t-shirts.
Yes,
but I can't do it yet. It weighs you down when you're running. And so I just prefer a sports bra and leggings, or even like the short leggings,
or like a tight, like longer type, like
a tank.
Yeah, but that's like also a bra. Yeah, like a sports bra, because then it's like you wear that and like with some shorts, some biker shorts.
Just, like the less you have to worry about what you're wearing.
Oh my god, guys!
Sprinter shorts.
If you are a runner, honestly, invest in sprinter shorts. Albion has them. They have basically it's like your
so Natalie says.
So Natalie says. I don't wear them. So they're like your usual kind of like shorts that you wear, but they have spandex under. So when you're running, especially if you run like a long distance, you don't get like the weird chafing, irritation in your thighs when you're running, and you don't get red. Like you can put like baby powder, I've heard, and stuff. But
it's just easier.
And those are perfect.
They are perfect.
Just my recommendation.
Yes.
Just my recommendation as a Traxel, previously ex-Traxel, whatever.
Yes. I feel like the workout trend has started because of actual athletes,
Yes.
though. I feel like that has been the forefront, which is great marketing for these brands. The first people I could think of, which I kind of want to do another episode about, is basketball stars. So obviously Shaq, our man, he's literally, or at one point in time, he was literally on everything, even cereal boxes.
He's also on insurance too.
Yeah, which we love him.
Yeah.
And then also the movie Air, right, is about Michael Jordan and when they were trying to develop the shoe, which that is an iconic shoe.
Yes.
Yes.
Now most men and now women
Air Jordans.
wear. Yeah.
We love them.
Yeah.
And so, but I feel like that was the first time that a brand worked with an athlete, and it became iconic because.
Yeah, and especially because it's like they would like do like clothing that had to do with like the team of the athlete, and it was like either had like the brand logo or like the team logo and all that stuff. But then you would see those athletes outside of their work, like even if they were just off duty, like if they were going into like that game or that practice, and they would wear their little jersey, especially for basketball players, and then like sweats or like jeans or like all that stuff, and you're like, that's a cute fit.
Yeah, or with their headphones.
And then after that, people started developing like that in like their street style, but wearing like a fitness tank or like wearing a basketball tee, a baseball tee.
Shorts.
Yeah, like basically materials of
even the sneakers.
Like yeah.
And I feel like, I mean, even to this day and age, this time, I feel like now it's more common. For, like, example, the biggest one that I could think of was when Selena Gomez did that ad with Puma.
Yes.
And because it was, like, a whole collection that she did.
Yeah.
And so that was also iconic. Also, I feel like a lot of celebrities and even, like, what is it, like, sports, like, I just think of like Serena Williams, right? Yeah. And like Kate Hudson, like they even start their own brands, which is funny though, because Serena Williams actually, I think it's called S by Serena. It's actually an actual clothing, like there's no workout in it, which to me it's like a missed opportunity. But I mean, she probably tried to veer off of that.
She also campaigned though, which makes sense because she campaigned with Nike.
Yeah, so probably it's conflicting.
Like because of that, so her making her own brand, it's like, okay, I still have that campaign with Nike, but I also have my own clothing.
But you know, I think like
what? Oh my God.
But we could start talking about, you know, what makes up like athletic wear, workout wear,
and the importance of making sure that those fabric choices are in your workout gear.
Yeah.
So the main one that you will always see in part of the tag list of workout, like clothing and gear, is polyester.
Polyester fabric, yes.
You will also see, commonly known as well to be added onto, is like spandex and nylon,
stretch.
And moisture wicking cotton.
Yes, which makes sense, especially for, you know, you're sweating. You don't want it to stick to you. It has to roll off.
And it's funny because, so in general, if you were to buy just 100% like base cotton, like workout gear,
it's breathable, but
no, it's not actually breathable.
It's not breathable?
It is the worst type of workout clothing that you can buy, because it's not only is it kind of like, in a way, kind of restricting, like it's uncomfortable. It's very sweaty. It's like not breathable.
Does it go back to that of like the t-shirts weighing you down because they're made out of cotton? Like,
and it also gives you like skin irritation because it's so heavy. And so that's why it's funny how it's like the moisture wicking cotton is good. Like it's known like
for that
fabric choice for workout, but cotton itself isn't.
Like a lone cotton.
No. Because it's just like it's not in any way durable for high intensity or any type of workout. Yeah.
Wow.
And that's why like polyester, nylon, spandex are perfect because it's durable, it's breathable, and you're like when you're sweating, it doesn't absorb into your like clothing to weigh you down.
Yeah.
It's more of an outside thing.
Because if not, I feel like it's like when you jump in the water with your clothes and then it's just like weighing you down.
And it's lightweight. So the fabric itself is very like that. It has to be lightweight.
Yes.
Because the fabric choice for your workout is very important to basically to prevent you to getting injured, to in any way feeling restricted, and it controls your body temperature as you're working out.
I feel like it's another kind of like when we talked about in chefs, where people don't really think too much about it, but it works and it's effective, and that's what people focus on.
Yes.
Right? So it's kind of like you don't really think too much about like, you know, what am I going to wear to work out? You just know that it's workout clothes.
It's workout,
and then you kind of just go from there.
You don't know basically all the like test runs, drives, everything that they've
the
done.
Fabric tests, yeah.
With fabric in order to get like not the perfect, because I still feel there's some things that we can fix and some things we can change, but to get the most commonly known like fit and feel of a workout gear.
Yeah.
And basically just to help improve your performance of when you're working out. Because if you were to do like, for instance, cotton, like the whole time you're going to be kind of like, oh my gosh, it burns. Or like, oh my gosh, this is
you're
so
gonna
heavy.
Be thinking about things that are ruining that like mode of like working out.
Having the best experience when you're working out. And it's just like, it's very important to make sure that you have those types of materials.
I think personally it goes back to working out not only being a very like endurance type of thing, but also like a very personal thing.
Yes.
So I feel like everyone has like their personal preference when it comes to running shoes, or when it comes to like leggings, or when it comes to anything workout related, even like our water bottles, you know?
Yeah.
And like, because most of the time if you see people in the gym, they have their headphones and they're just like blocking out the world, and it's just them and their workout.
Their zone.
In their zone. Which I think that's also why large classes intimidate me, because it's like it doesn't feel as personal, you know.
And because it's your moment with yourself, with your body, understanding like what you can push and what you can't in a way. Because I feel like if you
Testing your limits,
push yourself, I know that there's a phrase where it's like no pain, no gain, but really like you don't have to be in pain to have the perfect body, to have these like 6 like pack abs. Like no, like you don't have to.
You can work with your body.
We can work with your body. You can and love your body for basically how far it could go, like the limit that you have.
And I think that's why I've like changed my perspective a little bit on working out after you started training me, because I started seeing it as like it wasn't a thing of like a chore I had to do or something that like I did it because I didn't like the way I looked, and I started looking at it as in like I'm working with my body, I'm thankful for my body, and it's like what limits can I push, you know, and it's like my own limits. Like I don't have to test myself to like, oh, this person ran 10 miles in 2 minutes, which I don't even know if that's possible.
I don't think so. No.
But you know what I'm saying? But like I don't have to stick to anyone else's standards but my own. So it's like, okay, I already beat my first record of like passing the 10-minute mark or whatever. I could go 9 minutes, 8 minutes. So at my own pace type of thing.
And it's your personal achievement and / goals for yourself. Like no one should tell you this is your goal, this is your thing. Like if you don't do it, you're horrible. Like no. Yeah. It's the goals that you want to achieve that you put for yourself, because you know how far your body can go, and you don't also want to like push it to the limit where you end up injuring yourself and then you can't work out again. Yeah. And like I think having these multiple types of like workout activities, for sports and all that stuff, it's for different people and what they can and they can't do. Like you can try like test the waters in each little thing, but then you see what's more effective for yourself.
And also I feel like as a woman, I don't know if anybody out there knows, but there is like a cycle syncing way that like depending on your menstrual cycle, like what stage you are, you work out like according to it, right? So like on the days when you're actually like you have flow and you're on your period, like you can do walks or you can rest. And so I think having done that where we're
with your
yeah,
body. Be one with your body.
it's made workouts so much better for me because like on the days that like or on the parts of my cycle that I feel really energized and I go for a run, like I feel great. But then if the following week I'm feeling a little bit more low energy and I just do like a yoga class, I still feel great about it. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's nice.
Yeah.
Because I don't have to like force my body to just do running or just do this or just do that. Like I'm working with it for what it needs at that point in time.
And you're listening to your body.
Yeah.
And I think I want to add this in here because our dad, he worked in construction, so it was a lot of he would always do that. He was on his feet, all this stuff. And he told us one time, he was like, why are you gonna buy the cheapest shoes for your feet when they're the ones that carry you all day?
All day, yeah.
Like,
that
you
was
should protect that. He's like,
yeah. And I feel like even out of construction, when he was running or doing sports, like he always got like the best shoes that he knew would fit him. And he's like, yes, like it might be more expensive or whatever, but it's worth it because you're getting your money's worth out of it. And
you're protecting
your shoes
feet.
are protecting your feet.
So it's the same thing as clothing. Yeah. Why are you going to go and like spend like so little on like workout clothes and shoes and all that stuff when either sooner or later it's going to end up like ripping, broken, or you're going to end up
not helping your purpose of what you're working out for.
And it's not giving you that boost of like, let me go work out. So I think like that's always stick to me when it comes to buying like a pair of shoes, like running shoes or clothing. Like, okay,
invest
how
in
is
yourself.
this gonna help me in my workout? And I always like tend to see the little things, so I make sure it has pockets. I make sure that it's not slipping when I'm running. I make sure itchy or anything, especially itchy because I have some fabrics that I'm like kind of allergic to.
Yeah,
like
you have a sensitive skin.
I have a sensitive skin, so I'm the type of person that either I have to try it on or I have to like touch the fabric
and
to know if it's gonna
immediately
be good.
know.
Yeah. When she's like, "This is so cute," and I touch it, I'm like, "No, it's not for me." And I was like, "It might be for you, but it's not for me." So it's like in that way, listening to what your body needs when you're working out and what it needs to be able to perform your best in.
And working with it, not against it. I think that was a mentality shift, and I feel like it comes from you being a runner and like you actually like being in that runner's mentality.
Yeah.
I don't know, I think it just changed my perspective about workouts, and now it's like I think I see them less as a chore, and now I'm like excited to try new things and excited to kind of see like, okay, this week what am I feeling to do,
and I think that's why Class Pass is a perfect like thing to have. Instead of having
sponsor us.
instead of having like multiple memberships in different places, like you can also do a membership in the gym, that's totally fine, but I feel like when you have a fitness instructor or teacher that tells you and helps you and one-on-one, like that's perfect. So I think that's why Class Pass is perfect, especially for women, like how you said the cycle for the month and stuff, because it's like okay, first week I need to do high intensity, so you book all high intensity. Second week you go a little bit slower, so it's like that's
and I feel like it's nice on the app. It tells you if it's like just women owned or like just women like going to that specific gym, just so you could also feel safer too and comfortable about like working out and not feeling weird. But yeah, I feel like that's a big one too. Physical. That's great, Natalie. Great singing skills.
Thank you. Adele's How do I compare myself to the queen?
You cannot.
I cannot.
You cannot. I feel like if you would have said also Beyonce, I would have been like, blasphemy.
What's it gonna say? To myself.
Yeah.
In my shower.
In my shower. Yeah.
Okay.
I was trying to see if Taylor Swift had a like song that had to do with working, but no, it doesn't.
I was looking. I was like, what is she thinking?
I'm thinking of okay, let's go and dive into the history of fashion, Natalie. What have we of specifically workout fashion? What have we discovered? What have we learned through our journey, through our search?
Big summer blowout. I'm just kidding. No. So the first ever technically like athletic wear, we see it in the 1870s.
Okay.
by
Other than swimming stuff.
other than swimming, yes, by the designer himself, John Redfern. He specifically targeted like women that were like playing tennis, riding horses, archery, or went yachting. Like
a lot of old money.
A lot of old money vibes.
Yeah.
Because they were garments that were tailored to the women.
Yes.
So, like, it makes sense why it began there. Because it was, like, those were a lot of sports that, like, during that time was, like, old money, if you were rich, like, all that
I feel
stuff.
like at that point in time, working out was a luxury, and it was almost, like, just a way to pass time.
Yes, because you had so much free time.
Which goes back to, like, country clubs and all that stuff. So I feel like that's where it kind of originated from, right? Because people who were working, like, they didn't have time to work out. So it was more of like a way to just pass the time and like have a sense of community or, you know, with whoever you were at, which is very much like making business deals.
Yeah. And like we see that kind of move into like the 1920s, which is the roaring 20s, where we see a lot of old money people. Hence why, you know, he started with like tennis for women and
fencing,
dancing, fencing, like all that stuff. Because it was how you said, like they had so much free, or how I said, they had so much free time. And like they were like, okay, but like I need clothing that could help me with that. And so like then slowly,
I feel like that's when also bloomers were like a big thing, right? Which were technically shorts, but like in that time, shorts didn't really have a place.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And like then later on we see like swimsuits and rompers and stuff during the war. And
I think it was like during the 1950s when it's like women were also just like kind of starting to do things for themselves.
Yeah. And like
as housewives when everything kind of went back to that.
And this relates back to when we talked about in swimsuits about women's rights and how the swimsuits like how it's designed and made was changing as women's movement. So that's why in the 1950s swimsuit technically became a part of like an athletic like garment.
Yes.
Especially for women because like, you know, they were doing swimming and like all that stuff. Yeah. So it like made sense in that time as well as it was just
changing.
Yes, it was changing.
I feel like after that, so it was very much like a way to pass the time. But then when it kind of started becoming like, I don't know if lifestyle is the way I would go yet, but I feel like when it became like a trend, right? A fitness trend or a fitness frenzy, that was, I think, in the 1970s, 1980s with like the home workout videos, right?
Yes.
I think of like Jane Fonda and like Jamie Lee Curtis in the movie. I feel like because there was a lot of movies about it too.
Yeah. What was the movie called? The one that Jamie Lee? Because it came out with John
Travolta.
Yeah.
I think it was. Hold on, I have it in my notes. Perfect. It was perfect.
And it's funny because it like what she's wearing is basically like kind of like a bathing suit,
a leotard,
and like spandex, and we see that in Barbie.
Yes,
and that's when in Barbie
when that scene. And I feel like there was also like so many movies at that time about dancing too. We had Flashdance, we had Footloose. Yeah. So I think that's when it became a real frenzy, and it was more in the sense of like not only aerobics but also dancing. Also was a thing. And then towards like the 1990s, it was almost like having like your shorts and like oversized t-shirts. Yes. Like I just think of that episode of Full House where DJs are working out. They all go to the gym or they all get a gym membership. But she's like, which at that time, it was a pretty woke episode where she was just like,
she was woke.
where she like almost faints because she's like overdoing the workout.
And she's seeing everyone else around her that's working out. And
like body image.
But I think it also relates to kind of like listen to your body.
Going back to that.
In like the sense where it's like, yeah, they probably have like a good body, a good form, but it's like how long did it take them to get there?
Yeah.
So it also made sense in like the sense like, okay, but like every single person is in a different stage in their workouts.
Would you say, Natalie, that working out is a journey and not a destination?
Yes.
Is that an inspirational quote?
Inspirational by Natalie. I'm looking to the side afar.
Somebody put her in an ad campaign for working out.
Imagine.
I mean, hey, we're manifesting it. We're putting it out into the universe.
I'd flip out.
I feel like she'd love that. You'd thrive. But yeah, so I feel like towards the 1990s, and then there was this very much like how you said, a body image type of thing. Yeah. And I feel like in the early 2000s, I don't think a lot of people were like focused on fitness as much. I think it was like, I think back to the Cheetah Girls when they have like their head to toe, like kind of like Juicy Couture-esque
swimsuit,
like workout sweatpants, yeah,
suit.
with the headband, you know, and it was more, I would say, like
and I think they had like chunky like
it was
shoes.
just stylish. I think it was more stylish than actually working out.
Yeah, definitely.
So it was more of like a fashion trend and like, I don't know, being comfy, you know. I just think of,
and it's funny because it's like we don't think we saw it as often about the whole working out and like all that stuff.
Yeah.
So now it's not only become a part of like fashion, but it's become a lifestyle of like where you think of like if you're getting out or you're going to like a certain class or a fitness like thing, you want to make sure that the outfit you're wearing after is like aesthetically pleasing for if you're gonna go get coffee, if you're gonna go run errands. Like,
I think of like yoga moms.
Yes.
But it's also weird because I feel like that is very much like a West Coast or almost just like a US thing.
Yeah.
Because like if you've seen women in Paris, they work out, but it's more of like this casual thing of like they're not gonna tell you their secrets of how they look so great.
Yeah.
And it's just like they don't wear workout clothes out, like, which is weird because for us it's very much a trend. Like even if you're not working out, you're wearing leggings and like, you know, you're,
and it's a part of your like closet.
Yes,
you have to have like a nice like fitness like sets and clothing.
So I feel like it's like a very lifestyle type of thing, but it's very different depending on where you live.
And you also like, there was a phase, I think like in 2000, like I want to say like 15, 16, I don't know, I might be wrong, where they were taking running shoes but making it part of the outfit.
And it was like the chunky, chunky heels.
I remember Nike, because Nike had like the black ones, and then like it was like the white like thingy on the bottom, but it was like very chunky.
Skechers.
Or it was like the full white ones, and they were like running shoes, or they were like to work out, but people were incorporating it in their like outfits.
Yeah.
So it's funny how it's like, now we've evolved to where it's like, now it's like head to toe workout is like a full outfit that you wear, like just simply going to do errands or even going to the mall and shopping. You know? Like it's just like
power walk.
Yeah. So it's funny. Like,
so I feel like it's definitely evolved.
Yes.
And we're at the point.
You're good. I like hit it and now there's like a smudge. I'm like, guys, I can't see. Proceed. And
we're just like at the point where now it's become like integrated. It's very much a lifestyle. But yeah, I think if there's one takeaway from this episode, right? It doesn't matter what you wear to work out. It matters more about how you feel when you work out.
The inside.
Right? Because I feel like you could always change your clothes. You will always find what suits you and like stick to that. But when it comes to like listening to your body, you know, like if you don't feel like going on a run, don't go on a run. Go on a walk. Like it's fine. Listen to a podcast. Maybe some of our podcasts.
Also do like light Pilates. Like I know there's like mat Pilates, reformer Pilates, but there's like some mat Pilates that are like very much like calming in a way. Because we were doing that at the beginning of the year. We were doing mostly Pilates.
Mat Pilates.
And like it was just so relaxing. Like after I'd be like, I did a 30-minute workout. When and where?
Also yoga, when they do the, I think it's like the sound one.
Yes.
And they have the candles.
The candle light night.
Yeah, it's so relaxing and it's a workout. It's technically a workout. And so I think just like listening to your body, what you need, even like mentally, because I feel like your body and your mind go hand in hand. And so if they're working against each other, that's when you don't like working out as much or you don't feel as motivated. And like, I don't know, like when you're working with your body, it's just a little bit easier, I think.
It's easier, and it's just kind of like you will have a good experience overall with your workout. Like you're not in any way gonna feel like
sorry, I just thought of it.
Just say it because I'm trying to be inspirational.
From the words of Schmidt from New Girl, I treat my body like a temple. He treats his like a dump. Do you remember?
No.
And then when Nick is trying to do push-ups or burpees,
Yeah, and then he's like, oh, I'm done. And then he eats Chinese food. I'm like, my God.
Or when he's talking to Jess and he's like, Jess, I've been working on my burpees and it shows.
Talking about listening to music or podcasts as well.
Yes.
I listen to, high intensity, like, music that pumps
For
you up.
working out, it has a lot to do with it.
Do you know what this woman listens to?
Okay, this goes back to me having panic attacks and just anxiety. Anxiety sucks, okay? But I cannot work out with high, like, volume, loud, bumpy, like, almost like house music or like disco type.
Like you're going to a club type of music.
I can't. You know why? Because it gets my heart pumping, it gets the adrenaline going, and it goes to a point beyond what I can control, and then that's when I start panicking and having, an anxiety attack. I have to work out to soothing music to calm me down. So I'm talking about Bon Iver. I'm talking about London Grammar. I'm talking about Gabrielle Aplin. I'm talking about the Lumineers. Like, I'm talking about, like, chill music. Like Lana Del Rey, Tay Tay, but we're talking, like, folklore. Like Evermore.
There was this one time, because Spotify had taken out where you can basically, like, have, like, it's like a listening party. So it's like whatever you're listening to, the other person can listen to it.
So and Ellie's like,
she was
let
like,
me listen to
she was like, yeah, like, listen to mine, like, you'll motivate it. Literally, I was like, relaxing. I feel no motivation to run.
And it's quite the opposite for me. I feel so motivated to run. Also, you know how people say that when it's rainy and cloudy, they feel depressed, they don't want to do anything? It motivates me.
I love that, actually.
Motivates me. Running while it rains, beautiful.
It just sounds nice.
It's just so also because it's like fresh out, and so it's like you can run, like,
feel like you're in a movie scene. You're running towards the airport.
Like finding the love of your life. Rowan Kane.
Let's see Rowan Kane in real life. Conrad Fisher.
I was gonna say
Harry Styles.
Harry Styles. We love you.
You love Harry Styles.
Also, those videos of him running, working out.
So we've
all seen the bicep things on TikTok. The videos, okay? The thirst traps. We've all seen them. They're on our For You page. I'm calling all of you out.
I told Leslie, I was like, because I was telling her about how I wanted to get a running vest thingy.
Oh, yeah.
And then I was like, you know what? Actually, like, maybe I should start with that little fanny pack that Harry wore. And Leslie goes, oh, no, that's disgusting. And I was like, Harry Styles wore it. She just goes, she's like, he looks beautiful in it. But, like, I would not wear it.
I can't do fanny packs when I'm running because I just feel like it just hits you right here.
Pero nomás hace, like, you're only going to put your phone. Like, you're not going to put your whole life in there.
No, I feel like a vest.
But
like,
true, a vest.
I feel like a vest is better. Also, you could have your little water thingy. Like
your phone, your keys.
And it's, like, stuck to you versus, like, it flapping in the wind as you're running.
They have many pockets.
And they have many pockets. But anyways, if you guys need a little motivation to work out, go look at go look at a TikTok of Harry Styles running shirtless.
Or even in his concerts. In his
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
Like when those thirst traps, like when he's like
those
flexing his abs, like.
Anyways, if that doesn't motivate you to work out, I don't know what will. Maybe my playlist.
Maybe this podcast. Should we add our playlist in the bottom?
We could.
The two different worlds. Mine's called Hot Girl Summer. Also, that was a phase.
Please let me know. Can we do a poll where what kind of music do you listen to?
Do you listen to podcasts?
Do you listen to podcasts?
Slow music.
Or a beat, boom, boom, boom music.
Boom music.
You know?
It just depends on
it also depends on my mood, though, because I feel like sometimes I could listen to upbeat music.
Yeah.
Childish Gambino, you know.
It just depends.
Drake. It depends on my mood.
Anyways, that is our episode for today.
That is our episode.
We went on a long rant about
tangent
about like our experience with working out and stories and all that stuff, but it made sense to today's episode. And it makes it personal.
I feel like if you guys are here, it's because you
love listening to it. Anyways, that is it for today. We have more episodes coming.
Yeah.
With some very, very
special guests,
our friends that.
So you can get to know them.
You know why we vibe with them.
Yes.
Anyways.
And some fun, exciting episodes.
Yeah. We'll see you next Wednesday. As always.
Bye.
Bye. Love you. Bye, Queenies.
Bye.
Hey, thanks for listening to our podcast. Please don't forget to leave us a review and share this podcast with your loved ones, acquaintances, really anybody and everyone who will listen.
We will be releasing a new episode every Wednesday, and the YouTube videos go live on Sundays. So just remember, you guys can follow us at fashionablylate.podcast on our Instagram, on our TikTok, and on our YouTube.
Sending you lots of love and virtual hugs. Can't wait to see you in the next episode.
Bye!
Bye!